You're gay! He's gay!
Welcome back to another video. Thank you for watching this video or even clicking on it for your interest. But you should stay because I'm pretty funny.
Okay.
But anyways, we're gonna be reacting to this video by Jubilee. It's the Ivy League versus community college, which education is better. To be honest, I opted out of college, you know. I just graduated high school, opted out, decided to make YouTube and do some stocks and all that, you know. But let's see how that turns out. But if you want to go the safe route, I guess they say college is the route, but I don't know. I guess for me the safe route will be just work out at like a 9 to 5. But if you want to go to college, this is a video you should react to, or come watch it with me right now. You're gonna watch it with me.
Why?
But anyways, yeah, let's hop right into it. Like I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna choose any side, but if one side has a point over the other one, I'm gonna choose that side. All right, I'm gonna be in this debate. So you know what? It's gonna be Ivy League versus community college versus me. All right, let's jump into it.
Thanks so much for tuning into another episode of Middle Ground. This episode focuses on education.
Speaking of education, a big thank you to our sponsor.
Middle ground.
Oh.
When you hear the words Ivy League, what comes to mind?
Geniuses. How do you spell
Immediately,
that?
I feel like maybe money.
The upper climes of the East Coast, there's as much of a need for Ivy League as there is for every university.
I did get into all 8 Ivy League schools.
Wow.
I didn't even know there was fucking 8 Ivy League schools. What the fuck?
People might think that it's really expensive, which it is.
I personally have respect for anybody who does something in their life to try to advance themselves, to make themselves succeed.
Going to Princeton is a big part of my identity right now, and I hope that through this discussion I can kind of break that a little bit. And
So right off the bat, from interpreting these motherfuckers' personalities, we could see that the people from community college are immediately, like, you know, judging, I guess. But people from Ivy League are immediately stating their accomplishments. So the first one was, I got into all 8 Ivy Leagues. Good for you, bro. We don't care. But yeah, like you see, like she told an accomplishment. The second one, the guy was pretty nice. He seemed chill. He said that I personally just like whoever is trying to make their life better. Something along the lines like that. And the third one said, me going to Princeton is very good personality. And then when you went to the community college people, they're like, I think of money, I think of rich people, whatever. And then like I really didn't pay attention to Saul, but but yeah, you could see the difference there, you know? That's crazy.
Curious to know what it's like for them going to school, paying tuition.
I'm open for a bit of education about the Ivy League today.
Facts. I want to learn some shit about Ivy League. Is it actually better? Do they have better sports? Is it more rich people? Of course.
Hi, I'm Cassandra. I'm a student at Yale.
Hi, I'm Corey.
Yale.
I also go to Yale.
Yale.
I'm Emily. I go to Princeton.
Princeton.
I'm Trinity. I go to LBCC.
Long
I'm
Beach.
Saul. I graduated recently from Santa Monica Community College.
SMC.
I'm Aiden, and I currently attend Irvine Valley College.
I don't really know that's college. My bad.
Ivy League students on the left and my community college students on the right. Agree, come to the middle. My school is a huge part of my identity.
That Princeton girl gonna step up. Yes, sir. Look at that difference, bro. What are they gonna say? They're gonna say like, oh, yeah, like I'm proud to go to Yale. Oh, I'm proud to go to Princeton. You wish you could go here. that's what they're gonna say. Let's see if they show me up.
In high school, like everybody knew me as the guy who wanted to go to Yale. I'm surrounded by people who all are affiliated with Yale, who lift me up, who support me in what I do, who support me in my job search, who support me in my career, who support basically my entire life. So yeah, my life right now revolves around my school, and I love it.
I love this question because I struggled a lot with this going into Princeton. I played soccer my whole life, and I got recruited to play soccer at Princeton. And then going into Princeton and
knowing a little bit of soccer, I know a lot about college soccer. And I know for Ivy League, for men, Stanford is a good school. I don't know about Princeton. I don't even know if Princeton has a men's soccer team. But if they have a girls soccer team and she got scouted, she lucky as hell.
being a really good soccer player from my hometown and then being on a team with girls who were all the best in their hometown.
Why aren't you in the national team though? Huh? Why aren't you in the women's U.S. national team, huh? You could have been holding up the World Cup trophy, huh? Yeah.
Is like, oh, now who am I? I'm not the best anymore at this. Through Princeton, I've tried to reconstruct my identity, and another part of that is that I am Christian, and so like combining my faith with being an Ivy League student has been incredible.
Princeton's a Catholic, a Christian school? Let me search that up. I don't know. Let's do some little quick Google search. Oh, I guess so. They are. Fellowship has been Oh, I guess it is a Christian university. Where is it at? Oh, New Jersey. All right.
Community college in itself is like it feels very temporary. Like no one really has that camaraderie that you guys have. Like, you know, in like 30 years, you're gonna see somebody and you're like, oh, you went to Yale? And it's gonna be like, oh, I don't know what your mascot is. What is it?
Bulldogs.
Ooh, Bulldogs. Like, it's like this thing. And it's like, for us, I'm like, oh, Vikings. Like, whatever.
Well, I don't even know my school mascot. When you have multiple identities, when you identify with a lot of different labels, you might not find that community at your school like as a whole, but you might find it like within that small subsection. Like I'm queer, I'm trans, and I found a small community of like LGBT, like the LGBT club at my school. Being able to find a community of some kind is still nice, even if like you said, it is really temporary.
I've been around long enough to realize that there is nothing
Saul.
in school, service in the Army, none of these things, I think, define us. They are a part of us. But what defines us is what we accomplish in life. Maybe that's some of the wisdom I've been able to pick up in 85 years. But that said, you are what you do, not necessarily what you attend.
Hey, bro. You couldn't have said it any better, bro. I couldn't have said it any better. Saul just shut up Ivy Leagues, colleges. Everybody's gonna drop out of Ivy League. Nah, I'm joking. But that shit is true. It doesn't matter where you attend or where you come from, but it's what you do. Like you could be going to, I don't know, like ITT Tech. Yeah, Tech, and then someone comes out of MIT, and what if you were even more smart than him just because he was so like I don't know, I'm just A and B. A went to ITT Tech and then B went to MIT. MIT just went to the classes and just did that, and then he got a good job. But ITT Tech knew that he wasn't going to get all the information that MIT was going to get, so he did his own research. So he did the ITT Tech classes, and he did his own research on YouTube or whatever he wants to do. He probably even level out with the MIT person or even be smarter because he's going that extra route. I'm just saying, you know, like people at MIT could do that too, but I'm just saying, like, it doesn't matter where you go, it's what you're doing, what you accomplish. So props to Saul.
I agree with what you're saying, and I think it's very valid that you're defined by how you are as a person, by your character, by what you do. But I also think that it's Yale that built my character, that makes me like the person I am.
Yeah, but Yale, you're the one who got into Yale.
Right.
It came from here in you. Right. Yale didn't put that into you.
Facts.
What are your thoughts about going to a community college?
It wasn't really a choice for me. When I was in high school, my grades were really bad. And just in general, like kind of the stigma against community college students and going to a community college, there's a level of resentment towards Ivy League schools, kind of just in general, because I think it's also because I did used to want to go to one when I was younger.
Before that, I think they said, what is your thoughts about community college? Let me tell you something. Community college is not bad, okay? Like if you're going to SMC, ITT Tech, any community college, I can't really think of all of them in my head, but if you're going to any community college, bro, go for it, bro. Like if you don't know if college is for you, go for it, you know, like just take 1 year, 2 years, you know, and after those 2 years, you don't think you will like college, or you think that community college isn't for you, maybe go to another one, but just try it out, you know.
The college admission system is a fair system.
Don't everybody rush forward. When I first decided to go to Santa Monica Community College,
SMC.
I spent an hour on the campus just looking at who was there. And I realized that there had to be something extremely fair about it because of the diversity I was seeing.
Hey, SMC is
I was
very
seeing
diverse.
People of every color, of every age, obviously. I was welcomed there. Nobody questioned my being too old for college.
SMC is hella diverse, though.
An argument.
Yeah, I did my entire application process online. It took like 30 minutes for me to just send in my name, my information, and suddenly like, hey, congrats, you're a student here. Like, community colleges are really, really forgiving, but comparatively universities, like, that's a whole other ball game.
I think why I was so hesitant on my answer was because I was grappling between the system itself versus the results of the system. There are ways that people can help themselves get in. Like, you're a recruited athlete. A lot of people are children of donors. A lot of people have legacies. That is, I guess, inherently unfair because that doesn't put everybody on the same playing field.
Did anybody bring up the college admissions scandal that broke earlier?
I guess we can talk about that.
That someone paid like for their daughter to go to the school or something like that.
Yale was involved in it.
Yale was involved.
The scandal was that there was this one guy who had this, I guess, fake company, and then he had certain relationships with certain coaches.
Oh. I didn't know about this scam. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Schools, and then he
Oh,
would
okay, this is 2019. I didn't realize.
have the coaches designate them as recruited athletes to get them in. Am I allowed to say this? Yeah, it's public. It's public. Yeah. Yeah. So our soccer coach, he was involved in the scandal. I think that it is what it is. You know, it is a shame that it happened, but also the person who was involved in it, the family did not know about it. This was an example of this guy taking advantage of people who didn't speak the language, who didn't know about the American admissions process.
You say it is what it is, but at the same time, that person who gets in because somebody paid $100,000 under the table means somebody didn't get in who far more deserved it.
Facts, bro. Saul, bro, you're just like you're perfect. But anyways, I remember the college counselor in my school. She told me you could have the perfect, like the most amazing thing to like submit and get into any college. But let's say like you want to go to UCLA, you could have the most perfect and like they'll accept you. But just because before that they accepted someone else, that might prohibit them from accepting you because they have a limit, like, you know, accepting people, and that might shatter someone's dream. But in reality, if you were to apply the next year and you could get in, because you know, like that's what's crazy about college, you know, like they get to choose who's going in, who's going out, who's not going in.
Also makes you think of, if this is just one Ivy League, how many more like prestigious schools this is happening to. You're like, okay, well then how many students are really there because they deserve to be there?
Facts.
So I actually found out that I did know the girl who was ultimately kicked out, and this like led to a lot of discussions among me and my friends. Should Yale kick her out? Should Yale not? And also like the USC students as well. I feel anger when I think about like my friends who Yale was their dream school and they didn't get in, and someone might have unfairly taken that away from them because of their privilege. Like that just makes my blood boil. But then again, I feel really sad for this girl in particular because like she didn't know. All she wanted to do was like attend college. I think the college admission system in general is very unfair. And a lot of it comes down to luck, right? It depends who's reading your application that day.
That's what I'm saying.
Are they in a good mood or are they in a bad mood? Do they have a really great lunch or was their lunch order late?
Do you feel that you got lucky 17 times?
I definitely did. I mean, like if you calculate the percentages, so I applied for 17 schools. I got into all 17 schools,
that girl was like. I applied to 4, got not accepted to any. I went my ass to Long Beach. I'm not trying to make fun of her. I'm just saying.
I think that like, certain things that I did in high school definitely helped me stand out, maybe from like the sea of applicants.
Like, what the fuck did you do?
But
Like,
it's not
donate a
something
heart
that
or some
you're
shit?
like, if I do X, Y, and Z, I will certainly get in. It doesn't work like that.
What do you think people think of when they hear the term Ivy League?
She don't look like a soccer player.
A lot of times they can think brilliant, intelligent, sometimes privileged. It's not always a positive connotation that goes along with Ivy League.
I'm embarrassed to tell others where I go to college.
Really? I'm seeing like that's what I don't understand. Like, you should be proud of going to like at least college, you know? Like, just tell them like, hey, at least I'm trying to make my life better, you know? Like, something like that, bro. Like, you shouldn't be embarrassed.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah, that's just kind of how it is when you go to community college, especially nowadays. There's just such a stigma.
Yeah, I hate when people
That
make
makes me
that.
so sad. Like, I'm getting my education. Like, I'm
Exactly.
bettering myself. Why do I feel like I'm lesser than just because I don't have a fancy name school on my like resume? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
I'm saying.
I think just like the stigma that you guys mentioned, I think there's a stigma in the opposite direction too, where people who aren't in the Ivy League, they think like, oh, they must think that they're better than us. I don't think we think like that. I don't think like that. If you are proud of the school you go to, I'd be proud to show that off. Even if other people look down upon you for that, people are gonna be like that, but I know, and you probably know, that the people in your life that care about you, the people in my life that care about me, they don't care where I went to school. They'll support me no matter what.
But there's also family.
I don't know what he's trying to do. Like, he made it seem like he was trying to convince him to not be ashamed, but I don't know. I would have just been like, I'm not ashamed because I go to Yale, bitch.
Which is the thing, and especially because I think the only one in my family who is attending community college. When I go to family reunions, they're like, how's school? And I'm like, it's going great. And they're like, are you transferring soon? And I'm like, no. It's like at best it's awkward, and at worst I feel like I'm the family embarrassment.
Absolutely.
And that sucks.
And you said that stigma around Ivy League students. I do believe there is one, and I totally get it. But how much better is it for you, for someone, for when they say, oh, where do you go to school? And you can go, I go to Yale. And then they go, oh my gosh, that's so cool. How is it? Like,
Facts.
you must be so smart. For me, when I go, oh, I go to LBCC, and they're like, oh, that's cool.
I think you're incredibly well-spoken and intelligent, and if you think that your time going to community college is well worth it, then you should be really proud of that and not listen to what people are saying or speculating about you because of where you go to school.
What are your thoughts on
Saul.
community colleges?
Well, I think they're undervalued. I
Facts.
think they're known as the feeder to the universities, but I think one can get an excellent education at a community college.
My parents pay for my college tuition.
All them Ivy League kids, come on. I knew it. All them Ivy League kids.
Well, my parents paid for my college tuition.
Okay, I was about wait, I paused because Saul kind of looking, not trying to put in fucked up words, but he looking kind of old, my guy. And I was like, you lucky as hell to have your parents at this
In
age.
1952.
It's a lot cheaper back then.
Let me go back.
19. Well, my
Saul
parents
got me.
paid for my college tuition in 1952.
1952. Damn, my dad wasn't even born at that
Yeah,
time.
I was only 17, like maybe some of you were when
we first
it
started.
happened with you.
To know that I have parents who love and support me enough where they say, hey, if you want to go to community college, we will help you and we will guide you. And I know that I'm really, really lucky to have that. And because I know not everybody who even goes to the same school as I do has that.
Yeah, no cap. Like I don't even know why I said all the Ivy League kids. I know a lot of people that like their parents, no matter what, will pay for the kids' college and all that. But there are some kids that don't, like, you know. And I personally wouldn't expect anybody in Ivy League to to be paying it out of their pocket. But at the same time, you never know, you know. So, I don't know.
Asian American as a first generation. My parents came from China, and same as your deal. You know, my mom very much emphasized education from a young age, and yeah, when I got into Yale, she was super ecstatic, and
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I feel like Asians and Latinos are always pushed to go to college. Maybe I don't know. I don't know about every other race, but for me, like I feel like I've always like with my Asian friends from high school, they always told me like how important it was for college, and like also my mom pressed me about going to college, you know. And I feel like a lot of Latinos and Asian people, or like people that actually immigrate from other immigrate from other countries, are always pressured to be like the best and always try to have like the best knowledge and all that. And then like people are taught that college is the best, so I feel like that's why they always imply to their kids, go to college, education is important, blah blah blah, like, you know. So I understand where he's coming from.
She was super excited to, well, wasn't super excited to pay for it, but she would happily pay for it because she knows that above all it is the best for me.
My community college pays for the first 2 years, so I don't have to pay tuition, which is great.
Oh, that's dope.
And I have 5 brothers and sisters, so it's like, where do I fit? Who's gonna make the sacrifice to go to community
You
college?
have 5 brothers and 5 sisters, or you have 5 siblings?
To pay for their own tuition, pay for their own expenses. And that was always the option for me.
Why did you choose that school?
It was close. It was like 5 minutes away from where I live. And
live in Long Beach.
it was financially just a really good option for me. And I had a few friends that went there.
My tuition is a fair price.
Princeton? Isn't Princeton like more
At
than
one point in
20K
American
a year?
history, college was free or like practically nothing. And in a lot of countries outside of the U.S., tuition is really, really low, or you
I
can
heard
attend
Sweden.
college for free.
Sweden is
but
free.
given
That's
the
crazy.
current circumstances of where our education system is now, the tuition that I have to pay is pretty low compared to some of my friends who are attending university, and they have to pay thousands and thousands of dollars.
For me at Princeton, I'm very grateful for the financial aid that they do give me, and they are very generous with my family and I. There were other schools that I was looking at that didn't offer financial aid, and that wasn't a choice for me and my family. But for Princeton, they also offer students to have on-campus jobs, which I'm working 3, and that has been really helpful.
I just paid my fall bill. It was about $36,000.
Okay, I think I gotta go now.
Every year.
36,000, bro. That's like a fucking income of a immigrant kid, bro. An immigrant family makes like 36K, bro. Like, no bullshit. Like, that's crazy. And he paid that for 1 year of fucking college, or 1 semester, fall semester. Fuck.
It only goes higher and higher. I mean, granted, we are at a great university with great like facilities and great, amazing professors.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. If I'm paying $36,000 to go for 1 semester, I'm expecting to get a fucking Apple guy come to my house and tell me you got a job. Cause
fuck that, 36,000.
Like win Pulitzer Prizes, but I'm not sure where every single aspect of that money is going to. That said, I think, like you said earlier, like they.
damn, I can't stop thinking about that, bro. 36,000. Let's say that like the average price for a kid's tuition is, I don't know, 20,000 for Yale. There's like more than 1,000 people. Let's see. Let's search this up. Let's do a quick Google search. Yale University population. There are 13,000. Okay, let's take out the calculator. Let me see. 13,000. Let's say the average. Of course, not everybody there is paying tuition. You know, we'll say like 13,000. Let's say 12,000. 12,000. Let's say 1,500 people aren't paying tuition. Multiply that by 36,000. Let me do this again, bro. I'm tripping. 12,000 times 36,000. Bro, that's what they're getting in 1 semester. Let's just say, like, hypothetically, everybody's paying 32,000. Damn. $432 million a fucking semester, bro. And I don't understand it, bro. Like, where does that money go to? That's 43 $432 million for one semester. Let's just say there's 2,000 teachers. Like, dude, that's still like nothing. Fuck.
Or at least Yale provides really great financial aid, and definitely without that financial aid.
Yeah, financial aid, because they have like billions of dollars left over. What the
I'm
fuck?
not sure I wouldn't have been able to afford it, but the tuition itself, what people who are not on financial aid have to pay, I think is extremely high.
If my ass got into Yale with no financial aid, I'll look at that fucking paper where it says you got in, crumple that shit in, and throw it into the trash can. Goes, fuck that.
The purpose of a community college is to provide an education for those who can't afford it. Frankly, I couldn't afford it, and they gave me a free ride for the year and a half that I spent there. I wouldn't have been able to go to school without it, and that makes me very grateful.
Bro, he better say something like, I'm trying to work for NASA, be the freaking, I don't know, the pilot of the spaceship, at the same time build a new company that's gonna overtake Amazon or some shit. Because if he comes out with some, I don't know what I want to do, I'm gonna be mad.
I think I want to go into the finance investment banking industry with a focus on tech, media, and entertainment.
Oh, okay. I guess that's good. I don't know. I'm a pendejo. I don't know what the fuck that major is, so.
I worry about getting a job after school.
Saul be.
We were talking about
Saul's like, I want to retire after college. What you mean?
earlier how it's like we both are interested in creative writing. And
Oh, she's
it's
there.
Like, I want to be a novelist. I want to be a writer, and it's like that doesn't pay anything. Like I'm gonna have no money. I'm gonna be so poor.
I hate to tell you, but you have a lot to worry about. I'm an author. I've written half a dozen books, and you may wonder what I'm doing here. Who would need a job at 85? Well, you want to know something? I wouldn't mind a job. Anybody out there got one?
Fuck.
I realized I want to change my mind.
It was nice seeing you.
We bumped them.
What the fuck is that Ivy League girl doing there, huh? She better like be applying to like that one person that like only one person in the whole world could get that job, bro. I don't know.
I realize, I'm not in as difficult as a position as you guys. Finance is the most popular field that people from Yale and the Ivy League in general go into. So because of that, a lot of the stress that we have is self-imposed because we are competing against the best people for not a lot of jobs. There is a fear in me that
She made that face because she was like, damn, you're calling your own self the best people, but people at community college ain't best? I'm a fucking Viking, bitch. I'll kill your bulldog. Look at that face. Look at that face.
For
Shit, like, last time I checked, Vikings could kill dogs.
not a lot of jobs. There is a fear in me that I'm not going to get, the best job or the job that I want. But deep down, I know that I will end up with a job.
I was kind of going to say exactly what you were going to say. I was going to call you two out. Like, if the question was, are you afraid that you'll get a job that you love, that's well-paying?
Right.
Yes, I am afraid. Am I afraid I'm not going to get a job? No, I think I will get a job. There is a lot of fear that I won't meet the standards of where a Princeton student should be working after college.
Like, to be honest, if I went to Yale, I would apply to McDonald's. Fuck it.
Mentioning to people that I potentially wanted to be a teacher or a social worker or work at a nonprofit, and they're like, you went to Princeton to be a teacher? I'm like, hang on, that's not fair. So I do deal with that pressure a lot, but I do know I'm gonna get a job. Actually, I don't like saying that too much.
The fuck you go to Princeton to be
Please
a
hire
teacher?
me, but
Why did you choose the school that you go to, Yale?
I think because of the community there, Yale really lifts up its artists, and I really wanted to be part of that community that isn't competitive or cutthroat, but rather comes together.
Let's go to the Google search again. How many Latinos are in that bitch? Hey, 12%. Let's go. I'm messing around, bro. Like, I know that colleges accept different diversity, so they could say, look how diverse our school is. But look at that, 50% white, bro. You got the black or African American 6%, non-resident aliens. So like those are like people coming from different countries, Latinos. Oh shit. Asian, and then you got the whites. Damn.
Together to support each other and collaborate.
It's who you know more than what you know.
Connections. That's the only good thing about college.
I've always said that when you pay for a school like Yale or Princeton or any school, you're not necessarily paying for the education. I don't think our education is $70,000 worth more than your education. But I do think what we are paying for is the opportunities and the connections.
Yes, it really helps to know the right people. As an author, which I've been for 20 years, if I had the right agent and if I had the right publisher, then I would be farther along in my career as a writer. You don't get a chance to network with the same people that you guys do.
Hey man, but I'm not trying to be a dick, but the internet is a beautiful thing, and it ain't hard to find someone that goes to Yale and then shoot them a little DM and be like, hey, what's up, bro?
And that makes a big difference. So
I'm joking.
it's kind of where
It probably
you
won't
network
work.
as well as networking.
I hate the word networking. I think it's
I hate it too.
I think it's so like utility, like you want something, that person knows you want something from them. So someone recently said to me, don't view it like networking. They said just go into the room and see who are the cool people there that you want to be friends with. It's not like, oh, I'm just talking to you because I want a job. It's like I'm genuinely interested. How did you get from point A to point B? What do you do in your day to day? And that's how you get to know those people. Another thing someone recently told me is that to be successful in this industry, but also maybe others, you only have to be 2 out of 3 things. Be really, really good at what you do, be on time, or be very, very kind, like a good person. Only one of the 3 is about being good. The other 2 isn't based on like how smart you are. I don't know, that kind of gives me hope.
She got a point.
That's a wrap.
That it?
Oh, there's no fight, bro. I would have been like swinging at everybody in Ivy League, bro. Being like, knock some sense into you, bro. 36,000 a year. Oh shit, I'm joking. Hey, but this video is dope. Hey, that gives you the perspective. That gives you the perspective of 2 different education systems, the Ivy League and the community college. And I'm here to give you the 3rd option, the opt-out. But yeah, man, that's pretty dope. I'm probably gonna react to more videos like this, so leave a like and thank you. If you made it this far, bro, I really love you. Like, I really give you a kiss in the. All right, I'll see y'all.